So I've been waiting to make this video for a long time and now it's the right time to do it. It's about portion sizes and eating a huge volume of food on a fruit-based, high-carb, low-fat vegan diet. So why am I making this video? It's because I was approached many times saying that people are puzzled. They have no idea how I can eat so much and be so slim at the same time. Like, I cannot count the times. My own parents, when I stayed with them, especially last year, they always said when I ate my fruit salad, when I ate my fruit in the morning, they always said, "It's insane that you eat so much. Usually this volume is for entire wedding ceremony for all the wedding guests. You could feed it, you could feed it to them. But just if you think about it as a dessert, so not as a breakfast or a main dish or something that you eat like an entire meal of." So that happened also very explicitly. Someone approached me and asked, "Well, you eat so much, I eat so little. How can it be that you are so slim and I am so fat?" And that's a direct quote from this person who asked me. So, in this video, I want to share my perspective on why and how that can be, and I want to encourage you also to eat larger portions and a lot of volume. You remember one of my last videos, I said not unlimited, but don't be afraid to maybe be judged and maybe have other people talking about how much you eat. And yeah, in this entire video, I will also include pictures of how much I eat for a meal and also like a picture where I went to the wholesaler last year in Nuremberg and bought like 44 kilos of watermelon and other melons and figs and mangoes and stuff. Yeah, and I'm someone who hates to throw away food, so everything I buy, I eat, so I don't let anything turn bad or moldy or throw it away or stuff like that. So, how can it be that I eat so much volume and other people seem to eat less and gain weight more easy? I would say it has something to do with calorie density, with water content, and with your metabolism. For me, there is one point that comes in addition, and that is that I personally usually just eat 2 large meals in a day, not 3, 2 large meals, and if I feel hungry in between, I also snack something, maybe an apple or some grapes or something like that. My first meal is always fruit or a smoothie consistent of fruit, and my second meal in the afternoon, early evening, is starch-based and is cooked. And when I eat fruit, it has a low calorie density because it consists mostly of water and sugar, and also minerals, nutrients, phytochemicals and stuff. But that means that I can eat a lot, but without getting a lot of energy. It's not so dense. Calorie density is low, volume is high. So it satisfies me without giving too many calories. That would happen if I would eat more fat, because fat has also more calories. Sugar, 4 grams of 1 gram of sugar, 4 calories, 1 gram of protein, 4 calories, 1 gram of fat, 9 calories. So that's why it has more, and it's easier to get like with nut butters or nuts and seeds, avocados and stuff, or even oils. If you use them, it's easy to go over what you initially would like to eat. That's at least my experience. And high water content is the next thing that comes into play with it. So yeah, a lot of water that is also has a mechanism of or it leads to satisfaction. It makes me feel full, and that's also an advantage. And I would say by eating a moderately low fat diet since I would say 8 years and a strictly very low fat diet for the last 2 years, I shifted my metabolism so that it is speeding up, and it can handle carbohydrates really, really well. Also, insulin sensitivity got up, insulin resistance got down, so everything works really nice in that area. And I have to say, I would consider myself as relatively slim, and even without doing like cardio. In the beginning of this year, I got back into running and go for runs like 2 to 3 times a week currently. But before, like longer ago, I liked to play basketball, but that ended with COVID. And then I did some body weight exercises, like as you can see with a calisthenics bar, push-ups, body weight squats. But I didn't do any runs, I didn't do any bike rides or anything that is like cardio activities that would really burn fat away. So I can say that the body that I have right now is testament to my diet and long term also. So no crazy physical activity. I like to be active on a regular basis, just walking around when I get groceries or going for a walk with friends, of course. But it's not like something that I have to do to lose body weight or fat or something like that. And I also want to add, like, I know very few people that eat as big portions as me, as much volume as I, and I know very few people that are as lean as me. and both at the same time. I'm not sure if that exists, but since I'm eating like a fruit-based, high-carb, low-fat vegan diet, so I would say with a focus on fruit, maybe for the last 2 years, I have met a handful of people where I would say, okay, that person is as lean as me or leaner, and I would say that's like Grant, the raw Aussie athlete, the ultra runner. I've met him at 2 fruit festivals right now. I would say Garrett from the gymnastic course at the university, he's like 8 years younger than me and does like every sport imaginable and is really, really shredded, muscular also. The same goes for Patrick. And there was also Michel at the gymnast class, and he was very, very slim. I would say slimmer than me, but also it seemed like he had less muscle than me, but he was doing like muscle ups and crazy stuff all the time. So he was really like a lightweight, but also with muscle. But I wouldn't have thought when I saw him for the first time. Then Pauline, I met her at Austria last year. She's a raw vegan, and she's also, I would say, leaner, thinner than me. And maybe Axel also. I met him in the Netherlands last year. He was also muscular, a little bit more muscular than me, more bulky, but also lean. And then I also see some of my close friends who have been on the same level in the past. Maybe my former roommate also, who I am staying with right now, or another friend who did a lot of capoeira and stuff, Rasmus. But sometimes I see, okay, life happens and diet changes happen, and yeah, early 30s, late 20s, you begin to see the effects. So I'm confident that I will stay more or less with this physique without needing to exercise just because of the diet. So that's a testament to it. And I would say you can do the same. You don't have to eat a completely raw vegan diet. You don't have to eat you don't have to keep the amount of fat as low as I do. But if you do, you can see it is effortless. You can be fit, you can be healthy, you can be happy, you can eat a lot of food if you like to eat a lot of volume. If you don't, you don't need to watch this video. But it shows for me that this way of eating works. It makes me feel good. And yeah, that is why you shouldn't be afraid of other people's opinions, of being ridiculed maybe, or yeah, that they talk about it. And a disadvantage maybe is that usually when I go out to eat, I'm not satisfied with one dish because I'm used to eat like twice the amount when I cook for myself at home. But yeah, I don't do it that often, so it's not that much of a deal. So let me know in the comments, what's your take on portion sizes? How much do you eat? Have you ever been criticized or ridiculed for how much you eat? And maybe a last thought. I've mentioned it in a German video some days before already, but always keep an eye on who says these things to you. If someone ridicules you for eating too much, and ask yourself, is that a role model? Is it somebody that seems energetic to me, where I say, okay, I want to be like that person, or maybe not? So just keep that in mind, and yeah, stick to your own path. Fuck all the haters, and see you in the next video.